All right, 6:10 a.m. So I'm guessing you all want to know what the update is after I used the anti-nano bucket or not bucket barrel. I'm proud to say it did exactly what I expected it to do. It dramatically decreased the symptoms like crazy. Honestly, the gang stalkers really went insane with their noise tactics too, but it was pretty much ineffective. Wasn't really working or anything like that. Didn't really do much. But the man, that bucket. Well, not bucket, but barrel. That barrel definitely worked quite well, just as expected. However, you all know that they also, they definitely hit us with these, radiation type weapons. Not even just that. You know that they, if not that, then you know that we're all pretty much surrounded by these, the stuff that they're spraying in the sky, and as well as the stuff that they put in the food. I gotta admit though, I'm becoming more and more back to my true self than I was ever before, and I'm actually surprised that I'm actually quite surprised with the results. It worked a heck of a lot better than I realized. Now I'm not fully cured yet. That would be a miracle if it happened in one go. No, I need to at least do a few more sessions before that is actually going to happen. However, this allows me to dramatically get rid of that stuff quite a lot than I was able to before. Now, as far as things stand right now, I'm debating whether I would if as far as my backup plan is concerned, I'm debating whether I should build just rather just go off grid and build a cabin, or build a pontoon just like what Targeted Citizen is doing. I noticed the easy methods of that, and the thing from what I'm seeing, it would basically require a lot less work and a lot less materials to build a pontoon. Not to mention, you don't have to worry about taxes and all that crap and all that regulation crap if you don't even put an engine on it. You know, and even more so, I could actually make an engine that doesn't fit to the point to where I have to be forced to get a license for it. Simply put, I could basically build an engine that harnesses free energy. Basically, having something like that would pretty much create pretty much a natural paddle for the pontoon. Actually, all you have to do is build a turning mechanism around it, and then you get to go from there, as well as the paddles that'll push it, of course. But then again, there are steam powered boats too. There's that as well. But I gotta admit, I'm not picking up any. I've barely been picking up any tinnitus at all. I mean, I felt movement here and there, but it's to the point to where like something that you basically are definitely gonna want to have on handy. It really does help, basically. If you all check the playlist, as I mentioned before, Good Vibes video, the right frequency for fungi works a lot for this. It definitely works into your line of defense. And it's also good to have a very large piece of shungite on you. That also works pretty well too. And as you may not know, some of you may know, but some of you may not know. This actually helps to actually get rid of detoxifies radiation, and also helps get rid of the fungus and whatnot just by having this near. Or was it just actually no? It was the radiation. And as you know, if you're detoxifying radiation, that means the process of how the fungus is actually growing slows down. Now, you add something like that with a frequency that kills off fungus, and you got a pretty damn good combination. Now then, believe that after a few more tries with this thing, I'm going to be completely free of these symptoms. It's not to say I'm completely free now. I mean, I feel a little bit of it, a little bit, but nowhere near as much as it was before. Nowhere near. That doesn't mean that those bastards are not going to try to lace me, though. They've been trying that all day yesterday. They're going to try it all day today as well. Even trust me, they're practically waiting for me to head out right now. For people who are just tuning into this, you are not going to really understand too much about this. You would have to look back at the older videos that I made for you to understand. I am like many, a targeted individual. These people who put me on this are criminals of humanity, okay? They're criminals and they have been responsible for the deaths of many. Some people may have been newly brought onto their team. However, the whole organization itself as a whole is it's just as responsible because all that money that they're earning, that they're spending, that they're making, it's all off the blood and sweat of so many people who they've tortured and constantly stalked and surveyed over the years. And this is a growing crime that still seeks to happen even now, even amongst all of this mess that you're seeing, with all this stuff with the mask, the whole stuff with the pandemic that they got going on, this whole stuff with these agendas that they're pushing. Even today, as I speak, this is happening. At the same time, everybody's pretty much at risk from this company, regardless of whether they are being targeted or not. It is simply to put that, as you all may know, they basically are pushing for humanization. At least I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But one thing is definitely for certain, without a doubt. Going off grid seems to definitely be the logical solution. It's not so much as running away. It's just that, well, I guess it depends on your reasoning for going off grid. If you're just going off grid because you basically are saying you're afraid of the virus, now that is running away. But if you're simply going off grid simply because, and I mentioned this before, the people who are buying into this crap, as well as the people pushing for, are in danger to both themselves and the people around them. The only way to get away from such a threat is to leave. But as you all may know, not everybody is in a position to just, pack up and go. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. If anybody's planning on building themselves a pontoon, wanted to give you a few examples of many things that'll float. As you all know, if you were to basically, cut logs into certain quartered sections, you can use that as a way of, allowing your pontoon to float. Or you can basically, if you can afford it, you can also use plastic barrels. As you saw the one that I've used to basically make my anti-nano barrel, that bucket like, well, not a bucket, but a barrel like that can definitely be used to, make a pontoon float. Pretty much empty, strong enough containers are basically the way to go. However, I think I'm still wondering about something about this. If I go on land, they're just going to send those arrogant pricks after me there. But if I go over sea, well, they really can't just go down there or whatever. But as I'm sure most TIs definitely have gone somewhere out of the way, but they still send these creeps in your direction. Let me tell you something. We see a target individual who's going far away from city limits, and they still have people, surveilling, harassing them, doing, odd crap and stuff like that. That should be clear enough evidence that, yeah, people are going through this. This is just the reality of what we're dealing with. And the sooner people understand this, the sooner we can basically actually deal with it. And it's to a point to where these people who do this, these people who do this are either being mind controlled, or they're just fully involved with what they're doing, or it is another possible scenario. They're just completely scared, having their own weaknesses and desperation used against them. Now that I speak, I'm sensing that tinnitus right now, so I'm going to have to cut this short. I hope everybody's staying as safe as they can and staying as strong as they can.